My last gig, the most recent gig I had was 2 Saturdays ago, St. Patty's Day weekend, the weekend before St. Patty's Day. I was playing at Riptide. You were there.
Yeah.
And
damn, dude, little did we know that was your last gig.
yeah, and
That's
that seems like
crazy.
forever ago now.
Yeah.
But there was a girl there who like I wound up talking to, and I got her number and stuff like that. And we were chatting and stuff like that. She lives out in Frederick, and she was staying at a hotel. So I was out like doing my own thing. I met up with Sean and some friends. We went to the Horse for a little bit. Now this was the last night that I think all bars are open, because this is the weekend right before they shut everything down. So the Horse was kind of slim crowd. Everything was kind of slim. Like it was like that point when you knew that it was about to be the end.
Yeah, like something was happening.
Exactly. And I think that was like the dead giveaway night when it was St. Patty's Day weekend, when it was supposed to be the bar crawl and it was supposed to be like the busiest day of the year, and it was like not even as busy as a regular Saturday. People were like, all right, we can't do this anymore. And that's why a lot of bars shut down before the even fucking lockdown happened.
Yeah.
Some bars shut down beforehand. The Horse closed the day before. But so I was out there, and like, you know, naturally I was trying to fucking, you know, I was texting her and stuff like that, like seeing if I could come back to the hotel.
Ooh.
And didn't happen. Whatever. She fell asleep, or said she fell asleep. And we talked over the course of the week, and we were like, yeah, let's hang out on Saturday. So I was like, cool. And so we made plans to hang out last Saturday. And you know,
right
Snapchat,
when shit was locking down.
Yeah, this is after the lockdown happened, but it was like, you know, bars and shit had shut down. It was the first week of that, and we had made plans to hang out that weekend. And then she texted me that day and was like, hey, so what are the plans today? And I was like, I just texted back and I was like, well, the options are kind of slim, being as how we can't really go out anywhere. So like, we'll figure something out. No text back. And so like 3 hours later, I texted her again. I was like, so what are you thinking? Because we had like made plans, like meet up at 5. It was like 5:30 at this point. I was like, so what's going on? And then still nothing. So then I just Snapchatted her a picture of my face, just being like, and then she like responded and was like, I'm sorry, do you hate me? And I was like, what are you talking about? So I just called her. And then she was like, I'm sorry, this, that, the other thing. I just got really nervous because, you know, like, we were supposed to hang out, but we were going to go to your apartment. We can't go anywhere, so it just kind of like made me nervous that like I didn't know like what you were trying to do or anything. And I was like, I'm just saying like we don't really have any choice, you know. We can go for a fucking walk in Loch Raven or anything.
Damn,
like,
dude, you fucking dentist system there, dude.
Dude, I didn't fucking start the coronavirus. I didn't fucking do that.
You're
obviously
the implication, dude.
Whatever, dude.
The
Whatever.
implication.
Hold up, because I feel like you're on her side right now, and I need you to bear with me.
I'm not on her side, dude. I'm on your side. Don't worry.
I need you to bear with me.
I'm always on your side, dude.
So I talked to her on the phone for a good 45 minutes and was like, blah, blah, blah. We talked it over. She decided she wasn't going to come over that night. I was like, fine, whatever, cool. Let's make plans for next weekend because she works a day job. And so all week she kind of find out. She's like, I didn't mean to tell you this, but I have a little bit of baggage. Like, I'm going through a divorce right now. She's 28. I was like, oh, geez, this is something I've never dealt with before. But I guess it's something that you're going to get used to.
Dealt with the women who were divorced before?
I have not. That's what I said. This is something I have. Yeah, I have. But I correct myself. I have once, and it was the worst experience of my life. It was that chick that wound up fucking like stalking me and shit like that. But she was already through the divorce. This girl was in the process of a divorce, so she was actually technically still married.
Technically still married.
And but you know, I was like, whatever. It happens. You get divorced, you get married, you hang out at my apartment. It's all part of life. It's all part of life.
It's the only place we can hang out.
I don't make the
We
rules.
obviously can't hang out at your place because your still legal husband is there. Dude, can you imagine? Dude, you know the reason why she isn't hanging out is because her husband's like, why are you leaving on a quarantine?
Yeah. I doubt they're living together, dude. I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, dude. I you know, your guess is as good as mine. But I cruise through the week, and all week she's like Snapchatting me at night, being like, can't wait till Saturday, can't wait to see you. Up until the night before, Friday night. The night before the day we were supposed to hang out, she Snapchats me, see you tomorrow. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I wake up the next day, I go to the studio, knock out whatever I have to do at the studio. 2 p.m. I text her, I'm like, hey, so what's up? Nothing. So then, like 2 hours later, I just text her again. I was like, are we doing this again? Where like the day of, you just completely just ignore me? And but all I did say was like, we doing this again, LOL? Nothing.
Ooh.
So then I go for my third move, which is to Snapchat her, like I did the week before, which was me just with a fucking disappointed face. Deleted me on Snapchat.
Ooh.
So I'm like, this has got to be a mistake because I'm like typing her name into the fucking search bar and nothing's coming up.
Blocked on Snapchat.
Yeah, blocked on Snapchat. I don't know if blocked because I could still see her name like in my like past messages. You know what I mean? Like I can still see her in like sent and received shit on my regular log. But when I try to, she's not in my friends list anymore. So I think she just deleted me on Snapchat. She didn't block me.
Keep telling yourself that, bud.
Yeah, dude. She only deleted me, dude. It's not that bad.
Bud. Okay.
It's not like she blocked me or something. There's still a chance. So then I was
you
like,
on Snapchat tomorrow, starts fucking snapping you all week.
dude, exactly. So I go to call her. Just my final last her. I got off the phone with Scott. We talked for like an hour. I was like, I'm gonna throw this girl a call real quick, just see what's up. Straight to voicemail.
The number you have dialed has been disconnected.
Yeah. And at first I thought maybe she was just rejecting my call. So then after we got off the Google Hangout last night, I'm not like pressed about this situation. I'm really not.
Wait, did you call her at like 4 a.m.?
Just to see. And at 4 a.m., straight to voicemail. She blocked my fucking number.
Ooh, damn, dude.
Now, granted, I did a lot of stupid shit last night after we hung out.
What are you going to do?
No, I don't care. I honestly thought it was just this amazing, like,
that's kind of like a heroic level of blocking. That's kind of hard, dude, because she strung you along for an extra week after she ghosted you the first time. That was not a Casper. That was not a friendly ghost.
Dude, I don't know.
That was like the ghost, the haunted ghost in Ghostbusters, dude.
Dude, exactly. That was a bad ghost, dude. That was not a good ghost.
The painting on the wall, dude.
Yeah.
Igor
but the thing is like,
Ivan
it was so blatant. It was such an overt series of events that I wasn't pressed to really hang out with this girl in the first place. It was just like, you know, something to do. Like nobody wants to hang out. She said she'd hang out. Cool, we do it. Like she's cute, whatever. And when that happened, it was more so a thing. I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. That was the main thing. It was like
That was the first time you're like, wow, people are taking this quarantine thing seriously.
Dude, it was just a situation of like, you double ghosted me, dude. You ghosted me, and then I rung you back in, and then you re-ghosted me. And like, I get it. Like, she's obviously dealing with some shit. She's going through divorce and stuff like that. And she, you know, reasonably, she hasn't dated in 7 years, and like, she's probably nervous about the prospect of hanging out with some dude she met at fucking Riptide. But like, the way she handled it is like, I mean, that's a gigantic red flag. You know, that's probably the best thing that could have happened because God forbid we did wind up hanging out and then she got all psycho. You know, that's a psycho move, I feel like, dude. To fucking do that. Like, you're a 28-year-old woman. If you don't want to hang out, say you don't want to hang out. Don't say you definitely want to hang out. Snapchat me every night saying you can't wait and Snapchat me a picture of the event in your fucking phone calendar saying hang out with Jimmy all day.
Oh my God, what a psycho.
Exactly. And then on the day of, block me on everything. That is insane. I don't even feel any type of way about it. It's just like, wow, dude, people are fucking crazy. And it was a blessing that we didn't wind up hanging out. But that was just one of my situations this week. But
Frederick girls, dude. Can't trust them.
I couldn't fucking believe it, dude. Literally beyond the pale. I don't even know what that expression means, but I feel like it makes sense there.
I think it applies. What was the other situation?
The other situation is it's much more of like a regular type of story. It's not even, I mean, it just is what it is. Like, you know, that girl that Alex works with, that we were hanging out for a bit, and we went on a couple dates, and you know, I just started to get the feeling like over the course of time that you know, you just start noticing like a degree of like, oh, we're not talking as much. Oh, like, you know, when I text her, it's like a fucking 4 hour later response, and like, a bare minimum type of conversation, and you just kind of take the hint after a certain point. And so with that, it was just like,
Yeah, it's the silent but deadly ghost.
yeah, that's the real ghosting. And I think that's a ghosting that everybody deals with every day. What I experienced with this other chick was this like monumental, like crazy psycho style fucking maneuver. But with this girl, and that's the one that I'm more pressed about. Not even pressed, but just like depressed. Not even depressed. Just like kind of like that one kind of bums me out because like, damn, this girl is pretty cool. And then like all of a sudden, like, we were talking all the time, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, you just can't even fucking text back or anything like that. And like, I'm not a person who is like a chaser. I learned my lesson when I was younger of like, I don't put myself out there like that. Like, I'll text you, and if you don't text me back, you won't hear from me for a while. And then maybe like when I'm drunk,
what the fuck? Oh, yeah, there we go.
What's up?
I like my shit started like playing from YouTube. I don't know why.
Oh, sick, dude. The ghost. She's haunting you now.
The ghost, dude. She got me.
But like with this situation, I can't help but think that like it's karma in a way, because I know I've definitely pulled similar. Here's the thing that I was thinking about, dude. As much as could be said about the fact that I've like maybe hurt some girls' feelings in the past, I was never a ghoster, and I was never one to just like completely ignore somebody or anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
I've always, if they wanted the conversation, I'd have the conversation. I'd explain to them what was going on. And usually I was very upfront from the get-go. Like, for a lot of these situations, I would probably say all of them, I was always very upfront from the get-go. If I wasn't considering a type of relationship type of situation, I made that apparent from the jump.
Yeah,
and
you
so
got it. That's just courtesy.
Yeah, it's courtesy. And so, like, if we decided to go through things and, like, there's emotions involved and stuff like that, not everything is played out in a fucking script, and things happen, and things get taken the wrong way, and certain people start to develop different types of ideas about things. But at the end of the day, I was never one to just kind of like leave someone hanging, And but at the same time, I still have definitely hurt some people because of my aloofness. And so when this happened to me, my only thought was like, I probably fucking deserved it.
Yeah, it's just karma.
It's karma, dude.
I've done this enough.
It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. And like, I just want to know. I think there's a part of. I think there's a part of human psychology, and I think it's why ghosting is such a cruel thing in my mind, and why I can't bear to do it. And even with that girl who was completely psycho and was like texting me and calling me and showing up to my gigs and stuff, I would still, up to a point, talk to her and be like, hey, listen, like, this is what's going on. Like, I didn't get to the point where I would like completely ignore her after I had explained myself several times. Was like, no, you need to fucking stop. This is what's happening. I told you 3 times at this point. I'm not talking to you anymore. But even then, I still said, like, I'm not. We're done.
Yeah.
Like, I even
said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that. You didn't just block her, ghost her, all that shit.
But I think there's a part of human psychology where it's like, I want to know why. I want to know what it was. I want to know what the situation is, because when you have a connection with somebody and then all of a sudden you don't, there's a part of you that wants to know, like, well, what was it? And
you want like closure. You want like closure.
Yeah. And I would take any answer. I mean, if she was like, look, you fucking, you are this.
You don't have to go into specifics.
Exactly. Like, whatever,
yeah.
whatever it could be. It could be anything. But instead, I'm forced to sit here and just kind of like wonder.
Yeah,
what was
exactly.
it? She not like the fact that it just, you think about it, and then because of that, it just makes you look at yourself differently. You start assessing your own self-worth based off of somebody else's lack of ability.
That's when you start making the big changes, and you start improving, and you start growing, and
if you could have told
stronger, dude.
If you could have told me, hey, I just don't like guys that play music and have podcasts, I've been like, all right, well, that's who I am.
Well,
and so
tough
if you
luck,
don't,
bitch.
tough luck. Text me back anyway, bitch. But like, if that's what you're saying and that is the truth, then I can also at least at that point look at myself in the mirror and be like, well, that's who I am, and that's not something I'm willing to change. And so I guess it just wasn't going to work. But instead, I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, I wonder what it was, dude. Wonder what it was.
Wonder
Wonder
what
what
it was.
sucks about me.
Yeah. What was the breaking, the straw that broke the camel's back?
Last Friday, I did kind of like a Hail Mary. Friday night, this is while the lockdown was in session. I just I called her. I texted her earlier in the week, and we texted back and forth a little bit. I was like, "Hey, how's the end of the world treating you?" We talked like 2 texts back and forth. Like she was like, "I'm doing fine." Sent another text and was like, "This, that, the other thing, just doing the bed, blah blah." And then she was like, "How about you? I'm sorry to hear about the bars closing." And I like texted her back like, "This, that, the other thing about my situation." Just no response. And I was like, "All right, well, normally this conversation would have gone on longer than this, but whatever. That's understandable."
Yeah.
So I just, let it hang. And then like a couple days later, it was Friday night, 5 p.m. I went out for a run, came back. That was after I climbed the hill and shit like that. Came back, took a shower, sitting on my balcony and drinking a Bud Light and hitting my Hetty's Jewel. And I was like, I'll just give her a call. So I called her up, nothing. And then I just texted her like, wow, with an exclamation point, just like whatever type shit. And she texted me back. Right after that, Alex hit me up, was like, yo, we're doing a happy hour at Zach's place. So I went over there and started hanging out with them, brought my beer over, was chilling on the balcony, hanging out. And she texted me back, was like, sorry, I was playing spike ball. And then I didn't respond. And then 15 minutes later, she was like, what's up? And then I didn't respond until like 1 in the morning because I was just hanging out with Alex and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just said like, at 1 in the morning, I just texted her back and was like, hey, sorry, like this, that, the other thing. I was just seeing if you want to hang out sometime, blah, blah, blah. Like just seeing what you're up to. And I figured, like, she'll probably text me back tomorrow morning and answer that fucking question. Nothing. So then I just kind of, like, said, fuck it. And then last night after our Google Hangout, I was just browsing Instagram, and I came across this very relevant meme. It was, like, the Jim from The Office where he's, like, sitting next to the fucking thing. And it's, like... where he says like one thing, it's like, she didn't leave you on red, and then the next panel is like, you just left her speechless or something like that, So I just sent that at 5 in the morning to like,
oh my God,
her. I just sent that meme to her and like 2 other girls. Just any girl that texts me back.
Any girl that's ghosted you just sent that
exactly.
meme.
Because it's like, who fucking cares? It's 5 in the morning. I
Holy
texted a couple
shit.
other dudes at 4 in the morning. I fucking texted Andrew Smith something. Like, I'm a big drunk texter caller person when it comes to time. And it's always like, obviously 4 or 5 in the morning where people are like, did he just wake up, or is he that much of a piece of shit? And they're usually right if they guess piece of shit. But and no response to that either. So I was like, you know what? I'm hanging it up. It's all over. Guys,
Yeah,
can you brew me up another White Russian, please? Please. I said please like more times, more than any other word. No Baileys though, please. Come on.
Very courteous to your in-person bartenders, dude.
I know. I'm gonna tip you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, right, dude. You're fucking unemployed.